Most utility strikes occur because those breaking the ground obviously don't expect there to be a pipe or cable in that location or at that depth. Where the planning stage has been thoroughly undertaken, this obviously minimises that likelihood. But we have to be mindful that even where permits and drawings have been provided, there's still the chance that the information may not be 100% accurate. Some companies have dedicated personnel whose job it is to locate and mark the position of utilities. But it's still fairly common for those doing the excavating to also be responsible for this task. Experienced operatives know the strengths and weaknesses of the available kit and use equipment appropriate to the situation and the degree of risk. What's more, they always go that bit further. Not only satisfied with confirming they've identified what's indicated as being there, but alert for any sign that there may be something present that's not shown on the plans. The most common cable detection device is the CAT and Jenny.
Cable avoidance tool, very helpful bit of kit for us out there in the street. It's plastic, batteries, maybe a printed circuit board, some aerials. It is not a crystal ball, however, it's still a very, very useful bit of kit for us when working in the highway and around buried services. As far as the modes are concerned, you've got power mode, radio mode and transmitter or Jenny mode. In power mode, your CAT is looking for the magnetism emitted by mains that are in use, where there's a flow of current. And it's picking up the magnetism emitted by that movement of electricity. In radio mode, your CAT is actually picking up metallic objects and nothing else. In Jenny mode or transmitter mode, your CAT is looking for a signal that has been injected into a network of some description and giving you the opportunity or ability to follow it. The biggest flaw with your CAT and Jenny is that it can only pick up or follow metallic objects and nothing else, but still a very helpful piece of kit when used as part of a safe digging practice regime.
Some situations require the use of more sophisticated detection devices. Companies that employ specialist staff often use equipment like ground-penetrating radar as standard, simply because it provides more detailed information. Even more advanced systems using buried electronic markers and GPS have been developed for higher risk environments, like airports.
What we have is these EMS markers programmed with an airport language that tells you what the service is, what it's doing, how far below the ground it is above ordnance datum, and other information that you need. That then speaks to a cable avoidance tool. When you go over the top to locate it, you can interrogate it and get this information, and it appears on the screen of there, which in turn speaks to a handheld GPS, which is then linked back into our systems. So you've got the latest CAD files, the latest information on the services, and the whole lot talking to each other. This system is now being used out in the streets of London and other places with the trenchless technology, where what they're doing is they're getting people to dig up and survey when they were there before, and then bury an EMS marker and register it on a website with all that information, with photographs and survey information, so that other contractors can go back and locate that marker and know what's in front of them.
When done properly, the identification phase provides the perfect opportunity to confirm that information on a drawing is accurate. All too often, the opportunity to update information is missed because errors or omissions aren't noted and fed back. The location of any identified service must be marked with crayon or paint. It's important to mark well past the area to be excavated, as markings will be lost as the surface is removed. Some organisations include photographs of the area as part of the work pack. It's good practice to compare photographs and stats plans with the actual location to ensure they match. The more astute treat work orders or permits as important sources of information. They don't fall into the trap of simply considering them as permission to dig or box-ticking exercises. Experienced operatives have learned to interpret plans more effectively by developing a skill for reading the road.
They're looking for scarring. They're looking for manhole covers, stop taps, access chambers, anything like that. Street furniture, and the move, or maybe where things have been diverted, maybe even telltale signs where the curb line might have changed, anything like that.
Even when the location of utilities has been marked up by another party, it's still essential that cable avoidance tools are used to confirm their accuracy. Locating utilities and marking up the surface are critical tasks. It's important that those carrying out the work know how to interpret the drawings, how to use the appropriate detection equipment, and how to mark up the area correctly. A weakness in any of these areas will put people at risk when it comes to excavating the ground.